Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more Let's Glitch Pokemon Blue. I'm still using the BGB emulator, because there's a few more things I want to show with that, and the glitch I'm going to be showing today, it's a glitch trainer. We're going to be using the Gambler on Route 7, the long-range trainer. There we go. We want to fly to Fuchsia City because we want to go to Route 15. That's where we can find the Dittos. So, with the BGB emulator, I finally figured out how to use speed, as you can see. It was actually very simple, I just didn't look hard enough for it. I'm not going to use it too much in this, but it's handy to have, especially off screen, when I want to hurry up and do stuff. Which is going to be helpful for this, because the glitch trainer we're going to show is Jacred. I haven't shown it yet, but I'm using a Pokemon with a special stat of 200. That's what Jacred corresponds to. We're going to speed up this battle too. I'm just going to show it because, in case you haven't seen this already, this is the long-range trainer glitch, or a trainer escape glitch. What you want to do is, escape from the trainer that you're going to use as a long-range trainer. Fight another trainer. There's also a different method you can use. I'm not going to get into that now. Once you defeat a trainer, you'll just find a Pokemon that you want to use for a special stat. And when you return back to the route, that special stat will correspond to what Pokemon or trainer you'll find. It'll be a trainer if it's indexed, if you will, or special stat 200 or higher. And it actually loops around. 255 is the absolute max, and it loops around to 0, which 0 doesn't do anything, at 256, and then it'll go back loop around from there on. So for example, 257 is actually equal to 1. Little fun fact for you. If I can't find a Ditto, wow, right there. I was just going to say I was going to cut it, but we found one nice and quick here. I'm actually going to save state too. Okay, I have a few setups here. The first one's going to be really simple. We're just going to switch into the special stat Pokemon, which I have a Starmie here. I never showed it, but it has a special stat of 200. I'll do that after this little encounter. And you can just simply run away after the Ditto transforms. That'll take the special stat of 200, and we can fly away. We're going to go back to the route. You can also use teleport if you want. If that's the case, you want to make sure you return back to Lavender Town if you use the Gambler. I do that because it's much faster. It's longer to set up, but after you set it up, you can save a state and return back faster. That's the reason why I do that. So we'll get Jacred, which I should say the name comes from the rivals' names, if you will, at the very beginning of the game. It's like a mix between Jack and Red, Jacred. And it doesn't have a name here, which is interesting, and has this loadout. This one didn't change my Pokemon at all, sometimes it will. And I have yet to be able to attack this guy without crashing, because it just crashes, like right there. And now, you're going to see a small little cut for one. Alrighty, so one feature of BGB that's really nice is that I got an unlock code from the battle, as you can see here. In the, I'm pretty sure it's called a SRAM, so SRAM if you will. So you see SRA0. This is basically the code of the game, and we got an unknown opcode there, or undefined opcode, which is what I'm going to refer to it as now, because it's much easier to say undefined opcode opposed to unknown for some reason. That's just me. And you can see here, I'm not going to try and fix this, but you can see a lot of different stuff on the screen here, which is really nifty, and it kind of ties into what I said in my last few parts. So we're currently in the SRAM, if you will. That's where the unknown opcode was. We also have, down in the bottom left corner, you can see what looks like the ROM of the game, I guess. ROM. And I'm not too familiar with that, but you can see that I think the VRAM also shows up, as well as more SRAM. And you can see it's all FFF, which is correspondent to bytes of data. I'm not going to get into that right now, because I don't want to study that quite yet. It's a lot, honestly, to learn. And we got the WRAM, which didn't really come up too much, but here's the Echo RAM over here to the right. That's another reason I wanted to bring up. So it's just Echo, but I'm pretty sure it's Echo RAM. And it actually kind of continues. Let me go back over here to the top left corner, if you will, this bigger screen. So at the very top, it starts off with the ROM, or the ROM, I call it. And if we come all the way down here, we get SRAM again, WRAM. Then it also goes to Echo RAM as well, and then ends off with a really weird thing, which I'm not too familiar with what this is. But this is something I wanted to show off really quick, because I mentioned this a little bit. There's also HRAM, too, apparently. It looks like Echo RAM, more WRAM. And there's a lot of stuff you can actually do with this. You can kind of predict what's going to happen if you know what's on here. You can, this is like the items I was saying, oh, it does this at this address, and the VRAM, for example. You can find it in here, and that's where you can see what's in there. And you can even modify it, too. This is the debugger. I have no idea how any of this works, pretty much. But I wanted to show it here, since it's now possible to do. It wasn't really that hard to figure out. But I wanted to show it because otherwise you wouldn't have seen it. Like I said in the last parts, I threw out all these data and addresses and whatnot, and it's what the hell is this stuff? So this is where it is. This is kind of what I was talking about. As I said, I'm not going to worry about this too much. What's cool though is I can hit run here, and if I hit, let's do this first. I'm going to stop showing the debugger. That way I won't block too much. And then if I hit run here and do this, this should just like crash the game if I do it the correct way. Maybe not. Yeah, okay, let's fix this. If I just put this in, RET, usually it works. No, I guess not. Got a different one here. And then if I do that, usually the game will just crash. I have no way of modifying that. Like, I just don't know what to put in to make it not crash. I feel like more often than not, it will crash regardless. If I figure it out, I'll show it. That's just something I wanted to show off since I mentioned it multiple times in the past few videos, and it's just like something you didn't see. So that's basically what that was when I was referring to. So now we're going to move on to more of the stuff with Jacred that I can do. Okay, you should also see on screen now the cheat list for the BGB emulator. If you've used it before, it should look kind of familiar. It's different than the one I showed in VBA. I finally, decided to put that in and show you that I'm not using any cheats. Like, I have not used cheats at all, not once, since starting this series or even in Pokemon Yellow. But if I ever do use cheats, I will show you which one it is, because there are some, like I said, that just, there's no way to get an effect to happen unless you have something certain set up, and sometimes the only way to get that to work is if you have cheats, like a Game Shark, for example. But just to show you that I'm not using one, and this is my method of showing it. And we're going to move on now, because, that's not very interesting. But just now you know. So here I have a setup to where this Starmie should know how to use Mimic, I believe. One's for Mimic and one's just so where I can growl at it. I don't remember. I think this is the one for growling, so we're actually just going to growl once. Yeah, because it's still using Mimic, as you can see. Swift, whatever. Oh wow, how'd you fail? Come on. Why'd you do that? Oh, that hit kind of hard. Okay, cool. All we need to do is get one hit off so we can leave. I'm going to switch out because it's probably easier since that Raichu is not very fast. Definitely not as fast as a... Because technically the Ditto's is level 26, but since it took Starmie's stats, it's like not even Mew can get away. But you know what Mew can do? Mew Smash! I don't know why I used Bubble Beam. That was really stupid. Mew Smash again. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, let's get that out of there. I haven't said it yet, but I just cut to where I was in the battle with the Ditto, so now I'm going to return back to Route 7 to finish off the trainer escape glitch. And this time we'll get a different loadout for Jacred. The name should change too. It was weird. In Yellow I had the name change quite a bit, and here I think it was too. It was usually based on the loadout though. It's still just that. Weird noise. So we'll run to the same problem. This time it should remind you of the ZZAZZ glitch if you've seen it before. I have a Bulbasaur here that knows explosions and only certain moves are replaced. I have Fly here, which is convenient to keep. The Pokemon's name is all jacked up, and my Pokemon itself is different. But another thing is, our items are too. And I mentioned this too, I don't remember which one it was, but about the Poketrainer item. This happens when we go against Jacred, where it kind of just, like every 2 items get replaced with Poketrainer, and then also this weird looping thing with the cancel. What's really convenient though is there's a Master Ball right here we can use to escape battle, because usually, especially against like ZZAZZ trainers, it let us leave. And then you might think, oh, we're trapped, which isn't very helpful. Like, this is actually really lame. And even if you like brought like 9F, for example, to revert your screen, we can't really do that. But what's nice though, I have this jacked up party. I have a Abra here with teleport, so I did come prepared. And we'll escape this. Which is pretty handy, because then we can take these effects elsewhere if we wanted to. There's really not much else to do right now that I want to show. This is really similar to the ZZAZZ glitch, which is weird. It just seems like Jacred's a like glorified ZZAZZ glitch trainer in here, honestly, and you can't even fight him. Like, I even can prepare with that Mew as you saw. I can't show you my items yet, but I'll show you when I load my state. But we're just gonna do this for right now. Get a little interesting effect here. Technically, we have more than 6 Pokemon, or at least it looks like we do, and I think the game thinks that too. So that's why we get this weird thing to happen. Because when you have more than 6 Pokemon and heal, it usually causes problems, just to put simply. So like our walking sounds like Jigglypuff making that noise. And actually, I just thought of something. I'm going to use speed here. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. I didn't do it once when I was testing. Whoa, there's a dude out there in the... Oh, because he's going to appear... He's going to appear over here, isn't he? No, he's stuck over there. Okay. Huh. I think I saw something about that, but I'm not gonna... Oh, can I move, please? Let me go up. Am I trapped? Oh, finally, there we go, okay. Gotta spam the button. No? Can I access the PC, please? Oh, there we go. We got it. Cool. Okay. I got worried that wasn't gonna work. Let's see here. Deposit. Okay. Whoa. So yeah. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. That's a cancel button. Yeah. Huh. So it looks like we have more Pokemon, but we can't access them. One of us has a long name. That's a Mew right there. MZZ. Why does that one have such a long name? How'd that even happen? That's odd. Check you out. See, most of them are Bulbasaurs, as you can see. Mimic, yeah, it's Starmie. Yeah. It's sad I can't even tell who that is. Oh, Sandshrew, but his name got shortened. It's weird. Okay, so it jacks up all your Pokemon. Pretty typical. So you don't want to save after this for one. But yeah, I just wanted to show that really quick. But now we're trapped with this, and I'm just going to cut it because this is kind of lame. Okay, I've grouted this Ditto 6 times. If you remember, each trainer, glitch trainer included, have 13 different loadouts. And so the 7, which is the middle, if you growl 6 times, you'll get 1, which is what we're doing here. And if you let it use Swords Dance 3 times, you'll get 13, if you will. So I'm going to show at least 1, because it's really weird. That's like usually the default loadout that you'll find in the game. 7's like the default that happens when you do the Mew glitch. And so, like, you know, a good example is, trying to think, like, I know, like, Lance, for example, his first loadout is his actual loadout. I think the same happens for Agatha, too. So he has a missing note here. Jacred does. What's nice, if it doesn't mess up your items, I guess you could use this to multiply, but I don't think you can leave until you throw, like, a Master Ball, for example. And then you just get the same problem here. I don't think it's going to happen this time, but I had an interesting effect that happened when I escaped my teleport. If it doesn't happen, I'm just going to cut it. Yeah, no, it didn't happen. I like transformed into like a man or like a woman or something as I go up, and it goes like really slow. Okay, now I've growled twice. Let's see what we get from this. Starmie, that's funny. TM trainer effect throws out an M. Okay, this one gives me like almost like super glitch effects, if you will, I think. Yeah, so now we have this. And now I think if I escape using teleport, it will do that weird thing. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. It's like a man. Yeah, the back of his head, I guess. Let me come back. I thought it was also a woman at one point, but maybe it depends on where. That was literally all I wanted to show there. I know that's something you can do. So in that case, I'm going to move on to one more thing, and I'll see you there. Okay, now I have it set up where the Ditto used Mimic and learned Swords Dance and have it raise its attack. Probably should have said that sooner, but the reason why you want to do Swords Dance and Growl is because it lowers the attack stat, which is what changes the loadout. Cool, we already used it once, which is going to be the first one I show. I'm going to show when he uses Sword Dance once, and then also show it when he uses it 3 times, or get the +6 in attack, if you will. Just about went to Cerulean. That would not have been very helpful. Let's see what we get, though. I like how the music partially cuts out, like it drags on. And it's like a do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I like that. I wish it kind of lasted a little bit longer. Yeah, so no name again. This one has a Voltoid, but this one's kind of lame. We'll try and fight this one, but it's pretty much guaranteed to crash immediately. Yeah, unknown opcode, or undefined opcode, that I'll call it now. Alrighty, let's see what +6 attack will do. Or to put simply, 3 Swords Dance. Abra. Oh yes, this one. Okay, this is another like insta-crash one. And I don't even think we can escape from this either. Could be wrong though. Oh no, doing that gives an undefined opcode. My gosh. Okay, let's see what +3 attack does, or to put simply, 1 growl and 2 sword stance. Also another blank one, wheezing. Okay, I remember this one. Yeah, I did all 13 loadouts just to see what would happen, and literally every single one, you're just not allowed to fight. It'll either give you an op code or just crash, and I have not been able to figure out any way to do anything else. Game's probably going to crash here. And boom, there we go, just like that. What is that? RROR? What? I have no idea. It's weird there's like random characters that appear on screen. But that's all I have for you. I know this is a bit of a shorter video, but we should move on to bigger content. Probably by the next one, honestly. So hope you guys stay tuned. Thank you for watching.